Hi,
Hi
everyone.
everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Lucy, and we run Sticker Guru, a stationery and stickers shop.
We created the Big Plans podcast to share the things we've learned over the past 6 years of running our own business.
And let's get started. So,
Let's
this
get
week,
started.
let's do it. This week, we are talking about 9 alternatives to running a sticker shop. And I think we were inspired to do this topic because we've seen people talk about how they want to close down their sticker shop. And we were thinking about, alternatives that people could do instead of running one.
Yes, I feel like a lot of people maybe they aren't getting as many sales as they would like to. So
Mhm.
they consider closing down their shop, but they don't want to leave the planner community fully, and they still want to have some sort of like side hustle, to just bring in some extra money. And we came up with 9 alternatives to running a sticker shop, and we kind of go into detail for each alternative of what you could do to still, have a business,
Make
but
moolah
yeah, make money, but instead, you're not having
to compete with other
yeah,
sticker shops.
you're not having an unsuccessful sticker shop. I feel like there are several other ways you can make money in this industry, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so number one, switch to printables slash digital files. And we also had a listener question that's related to this. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask it. Did you ever consider selling only digital items? And why or why not?
So we actually sold printables very, very briefly. I wanna say this was, like, back in 2017.
I think so. Yeah.
2018, and people did buy them, but we just never really continued down that route. We wanted to focus more on selling physical products since physical products was bringing in more revenue, and if we were to sell digitals, we would have to sell way more in order for it to be worth our time. However, I think this is a really good route if you want something passive.
Hmm.
Really, it's just gonna cost you some overhead time, and you'll have to spend some time, designing the files, but once it's done, you can honestly sell it indefinitely. So I think this is a really good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's like you just have to do it once and then you're done.
Mhm.
Whereas producing stickers, you have to design, and then after you design, there's like the printing, cutting, foiling,
Like
assembly.
restocking, like it's a never-ending cycle, but at least with digital files or printables, you really just have to design it once, upload it, sell it, and that is pretty much it.
And also, like, you don't have to invest in all these materials, which is also nice.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
maybe you pay for like a program like not Silhouette, but like paying for Photoshop or something
Mhm.
once, or you pay for the art once, but then you're done. Like, there's no
Yeah.
paper, ink, etc.
Right, like, your expenses are also very, very low, since you aren't buying everything you need to make a physical product.
Honestly, I'm jealous of printable shops. I feel
Yeah,
like
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it's kind of, like sounds enticing.
maybe it's something we should to get into. Okay, next up, we have in a similar vein, switching to selling different products besides stickers. So that means moving to another adjacent niche. Like if you're selling stickers, most likely you're also selling other things like we are, like we're selling other stationery items. And if you notice those are performing well, like you should focus on those. So things like planner charms, planners, washi, inserts,
Pens,
because
like,
yeah,
literally,
pens. Mhm.
could be anything, like, honestly, you could make a business out of selling any of these products, and if stickers isn't doing it for you, especially since I feel like the market is so saturated with sticker
So
shops,
saturated.
you could definitely stand out in these other adjacent niches, I feel like.
Yeah, because I feel like these categories are not as crowded. Like, there are shops who sell
Definitely.
these things,
Mhm.
but
But
it
I feel like you could
compared
easily stand out.
yeah, yes, I definitely agree.
Mhm.
Okay, 3rd, are you an artist? Because you should sell your art.
You should definitely consider selling your art. You can sell your art on Etsy or
Mhm.
Creative Market. That is where we find most of our art, and I
Yeah,
feel like you could sell them for, like, a decent price.
not just, like, the art itself, but I feel like a lot of artists also either include the pricing of the license
Mhm.
in their
I know, yeah,
the art pricing, or, like, the license is, like, a separate thing, so
yeah.
that's I'm not like we're not artists who sell their art, so I can't say for sure like how much money you would make, but I feel like at least for
I feel like it
we're
could
always
be
looking for new
yeah.
art.
Yeah, we spend
Yeah.
a lot of money on purchasing art,
Mhm.
so it would be great if there were even more artists on the market.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm always really excited if I find a new artist. So if you can draw, like definitely get on that.
Yeah, yeah, highly suggest it. Okay, the next topic or the next alternative is designing or producing/manufacturing for other shops.
Yeah, so I've seen some people outsource some of their sticker production to other shops who have bigger production capacities. So like they might have like a graph tech or I forget what the
Mhm.
other machines are called, but they're able to produce a lot more.
Yeah,
So if you
I think
don't
this
like to like produce or manufacture, if you don't
mhm,
like that part, I think this would be like really good to or I guess like if you do like that part, you could do just that
yes.
for other shops is what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Or if you don't
You
like to do that, you could design for other
yeah,
shops. I feel like that could also be an alternative.
yes,
Some
it
people don't like designing.
right, if you don't like to produce, you can try and find a design job, or if you don't like designing, maybe you can produce for other shops. So, really, there's a lot that you could do with this.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like there's ways to find what you really like to do and just focus on that. Cause there's definitely
Mhm.
parts of our jobs which I don't love. And luckily there's two of us. And I feel like it works
Yes.
out where we end up doing the things that we like to do. But
Mhm.
if we were just one person, that
I could that I could see why it's like it would be hard to consistently do things if there's always something that you don't enjoy doing.
mhm. Yeah. Similar to manufacturing for other shops, you could be a manufacturer liaison for other shops. I
Mhm.
just kind of thought of this, but
Yeah, this is a good idea. I feel like not a lot of shops would have thought about this,
mhm.
but and honestly, not we're not too sure how much you can make doing this. However, we do know a couple of shop owners who do this, and they basically help shops order things from manufacturers.
Yeah, because I think a lot of, especially newer or smaller shops, they don't know how to find these manufacturers. The MOQ, like the minimum order quantity, is too high for them. They need help with like designing the product. The shipping is too
Mhm,
expensive to make it worth it, etc. If you could help these shops, like connect them with the right manufacturers, you could charge like a fee for being the liaison. And I think that's
mhm.
definitely an opportunity there.
Yes, especially since I think one of the biggest issues that smaller shops have with manufacturing is that the minimum order quantity, the MOQ, is just way too high. So I feel like
Mhm.
if you are a liaison, you can get multiple shops to do a buy-in, and that way these smaller shops they can have the opportunity to order things from these manufacturers without having to spend like thousands of dollars, and they can order a smaller amount.
Yeah, yeah. Because when we started out, we ordered through the shop co-op who does something similar to this. Because in
Mhm,
the beginning, like, we just didn't know how this whole manufacturing thing went, like, we were very intimidated by it. We definitely
mhm,
order, like, the MOQ, things like that, and even now, like, for example, for washi, when you order washi, you have to order, like, a plate or,
mhm.
sometimes they'll help you find a plate that's open and you can put your designs on that plate. And basically, like the plate comes with like, I can't think of the top of my head, but let's say like 10 washi designs. So you would need 10 washi designs to fill up that plate. But if you'll want to order one washi design, that's kind of difficult. So there's definitely an
Right.
opportunity here.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next alternative is editing videos for other shops, and we thought of this because this is, actually something we
I need
need
this.
and we're looking for currently.
I need
We
this
would
TBH.
love a video editor. I think we were thinking mainly for, like, YouTube videos since, editing is not our favorite part of
It's like
content
my least
creation.
favorite part. I
Uh,
credit.
like, don't get me wrong, I love making YouTube videos, but just, like, the editing is a little
Editing
bit
sucks.
tedious, and I feel like other people could just do, like, a much better job than I could, but I think this would also go for, like, Reels and TikToks as well. If you're
Yeah,
not familiar with editing, you could hire someone who is, so if you know how to edit videos, I think this
that's
could
a really good
be
skill to have,
yeah,
and you could
this
definitely make
is
money from it.
yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like even Planner influencers, I feel like we've talked to a few who they're not shop owners, but like they make planner videos and
Mhm.
they also want a video editor. Cause I don't know about you, but I just don't love video editing. And I feel like other people feel the same
Yeah.
way. So if you do enjoy it, this is the perfect job for you and you
Yes.
need to hit us up.
Yeah, like, even if you're not a sticker shop owner, like, and you enjoy editing videos, yeah, you could
This
definitely
is a
make
good,
money doing it. So,
yeah, yeah,
if you are into editing videos, please let us know, we would love to hire you.
yes. So the next alternative is these are kind of like two things mixed together, but setting up shops slash websites slash helping people transition from Etsy to Shopify. Like a couple of things. Like
Mhm,
the first is website design. So if you're good
mhm.
at that, you can help people set up their Shopify site. There's also people who want to transition over from Shopify to Etsy, but they're too intimidated or they're too
Yeah.
busy to do it.
I've definitely heard from some shops who are, like, transferring from Etsy to Shopify, and, like, their biggest problem is that they, like, either don't know how to transfer over the listings, or they just have, like, so many listings that it's, like, overwhelming for them to get those transitioned over. So if you are familiar with Shopify's platform, then I would say you could definitely help people switch over.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are interested in switching over too, but it's just like
Mhm.
they
They're not really sure how.
yeah, they don't know where to get started. So I feel like
Mhm.
that's definitely like a good target market to go
Yeah.
after. Okay,
The,
the next
next
go ahead.
The next alternative is becoming a social media manager for other shops. And I think this one is
Mhm.
pretty self-explanatory, but basically it would just involve, managing their social media accounts. So if they have like Instagram, like Facebook group or YouTube channel, I think you could definitely do things like planning out their content and increasing engagement, really anything that they are looking for. I think every shop can benefit from having a social media manager.
Yeah, and if you're a shop owner, you already understand, like, you're familiar with the planner community. You've probably already had, like, social media experience yourself. So if you like doing social media management, I think that's a great thing to focus on. Also, because like, shop owners, not all of them are the greatest at creating, like, graphics or, thinking about posting constantly
Right.
or consistently.
Yes, definitely. I feel like we struggled in the beginning for several years with consistency. And I feel like if you can help someone with their social media, their brand and like awareness, that would be definitely a moneymaker.
Yeah, yes. And the last one, kind of similar to this, but this one is becoming a virtual assistant for other shops. This can include anything from making product listings, writing newsletters, customer service emails, managing PR teams. I was like trying to get creative and think because
Mhm.
we definitely want to have a virtual assistant. So if you're
If
interested,
you're interested in doing any of those things, again, send us an email and we will get back to you.
I
But
feel like
we
this
are
podcast
definitely
is just a big
it's just
plug
one
for
thing,
us.
yes, for, like, a hiring opportunity, but I feel like, yeah, if you could know how to do any of those things, you could definitely benefit and make money from doing that for other shops, especially if you're, like, already a shop owner and you understand that all these different tasks that a shop owner has to do, then, yeah, you would just be the perfect virtual assistant.
Mhm. Yeah, I know some shops, or I've seen in Planner Bosses, some shops mention that they have a virtual assistant.
Mhm.
We've never had one, so I'm not really sure how it works, but I definitely wish we had one. Like, I tell Lisa all the time, I'm like, I want a virtual assistant so they can do insert task here.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that you as
There's a
a
lot
shop
of things.
owner don't
Yeah.
love to do, or, it's just not the
It's just
best use of your
like
time.
it's just a lot of these things are, like, just tedious and, like, they're usually, like, weekly or, like, happen over and over and just, like, very repetitive things that you can easily hand off to a virtual assistant. So,
Yeah,
like, I know, like, making listings, like,
product listings. Yeah,
you're always gonna be making listings, like, for the
yeah,
entire time the shop is open, like, there's no running away from it, so if you could, like, delegate it to to a virtual assistant, I feel like that would be amazing.
yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
there's
created
a
a spreadsheet for
yeah,
all the different things that I would love to have a virtual assistant do. So that
uh-huh,
way, like, I have an idea of, like, what are tasks if we do end up hiring somebody, what are the
yeah,
tasks I can give them? And the spreadsheet
yeah.
is growing. There's a list.
Yeah, there's a lot, like so if you are interested in doing, like, being a virtual assistant, like, there is plenty of opportunities for you in this in this, like, area, I guess. There's always work to be done, so if running a sticker shop is not working out, you can always be a virtual assistant, and there will always
Yeah.
be work for you.
Yes, especially if you come work for us. There will be work for you.
Plenty of work.
Yep. So that's the 9 alternatives that we came up with to running a sticker shop. Hope you found this helpful. I feel like we got really creative with some of these, but I do generally believe that you could make money from doing
Oh, yeah,
any of these.
absolutely. Yeah, you could definitely I mean, you don't even have to pick just one of these things. You could, do multiple of these and
I mean, we basically do all of these or a
I
lot of
yeah,
these.
like, we do a lot of these things, but, yeah, at the end of the day, if you are overrunning your sticker shop, but you still want some sort of way to make some extra money, or honestly, you could probably turn some of these into a full-time job.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so definitely consider looking into some of these alternatives, and if you do and it works out, please let us know. I would love
Yeah,
to
let us
hear
know.
if any of these end up working out for you guys. But yeah, I think that is the end of this episode. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Sticker Guru.
Check out our shop website, stickerguru.com.
You can email us at hello@stickerguru.com.
And you can watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/stickerguru.
Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.